is also going to be there. But how well I've...
And then ult 2, and it's like, oh, I guess you're just
high abundance of mechanical prowess. That's a great knock up there from Dudu as Bono makes his way in. Hold the thought just for a moment as World End up. Oh no, that didn't quite work. Games did have to invest the flash, but I'd say still worth.
Yeah, definitely a nice little play there. Smeb might be in a little bit of trouble,
I think he's
though.
just dead. Yeah, good enough.
Okay. Yeah. It's kind of a feels bad, man, for them. I mean, the Nautilus went back. He might die here, actually.
Yep. This is Smeb looking for that solo kill. Flashes on over. Q is avoided. World Ender, remember, is going to be very valuable as a Shock Blast is going to miss, and I think this is unfortunately the end of Smeb as he dives on in almost.
He saved it until almost the end of the timer.
Yeah, as now, Lahen's just walking. Yeah. I'm not sure what the setup was for that one, but that's a bit of a yikes. Is Bono, he's going to flag, he's going to drag, gets himself the knock up onto Cad. The flash has to be used to get out of the dazzle, and that means that Cad is stuck in there for the whole duration. Unfortunately, Bono without enough. And there it is, the double knock up, the double stun, and the flash forward for making his way up the river. Smeb finally finds himself a Shock Blast, and there's the heroic entry very early. Not entirely sure why that went down so fast, but they were still able to get a lot of poke damage. But without that, the Jarvan combo is not going to feel as powerful. But Tucson still has Cosmic Radiance. KT looking for their opportunity.
Imagine
there
if they had it now.
Oh my god, okay. Bono just explodes before... Aiming does have Crescendum Calibrum. Does have a lot of damage potential as in goes Lahenz. He's going to go golden before he dies. The Taric also going to fall. Lahenz in trouble. Kuro not going to be able to do anything. Moonlight Vigil. Now Bono, you can see, desperate to try and find his way into this fight. We know that he loves it. As aiming, he's the Bastion at the moment. As okay, Kuro's not going to be able to get in there. Cloud Drake is what both of these teams are fighting for at the moment as the Void Seeker somehow picks the gap between KT. There's the Sentry. Okay, Smeb starting to land some pretty good ones here as the package would move. That's what I'm concerned about right now. As KT sustain definitely strong and Smeb continues to land these absolutely fantastic Shock Blasts. In goes Kuro, does get himself. There's the Cataclysm that we finally see. And Bono, this time, put a clock together for himself. Not going to find too much actual Ender damage though, as finally, 200 years later, we do manage to pick that one up. Lahenz. Down to about 300 as Smeb dives on forward. Great knock-up is going to spell the end of Viper as now aiming, looks for another Q-snipe. The KT, they've already managed to win this one as Lahenz down to, yeah, still sitting there at 300 health, just trying to get himself out and maybe even transition towards the top side as that wave is going to reset. All right, goodbye, Bono. Okay. We'd say that we were surprised, but we've been watching the light.
Lots of low range that is not going to do well against Aphelios with 4 items.
Oh my god, it was the steal! Cad just walks on over, but is it going to be enough? Moonlight Vigil hit. Yeah, they've found them now. There's the Void Seeker. Bono avoids all of the CC until he decides to stand in amongst the enemy team. And then very late Cataclysm that actually just blocks aiming off. Depth Charge is going to come down as Viper goes for the execution. But this is Aphelios, so he's not going to be able to do so. There's the Cosmic Radiance as now the fight is on, and Lava just got baited. Smeb dives in on top of Viper, looking to see whether he can get the execution, is now aiming's looking for it. He's looking to do Aphelios things, and there's the taunt. It's going to land onto the Troll once again, and now it's a 4-versus.
But his laning phase was pretty messy. Yep, I don't know. Maybe Aphelios just gets it again.
Well, we'll see. They'll need to win this team fight as Tucson has to use the Cosmic Radiance very early, and there's the heroic entrance as well, and that's a few years worth of damage, guys. As it's only Cad that's dead. I don't know whether 4 people are going to be enough to save them from this, as aiming looking to get in position, even if there are Nexus turrets, to try and die. It's a good knock up there from Bono. Finds Dudu though, who's pretty tanky. Lahen's still in trouble as Viper's trying to be that one-man army. They do manage to get aiming. Sorry, no, it's not aiming into the Guardian Angel, as aiming's just dodging everyone's abilities. And look at the Nexus, it just explodes. And Smeb says, I want the game to be over as KT.
Aphelios against this comp, I guess we just win.
Yeah. And you saw Viper wasn't actually able to get too much done.
We're back after the second series of tonight. Hana Life Esports versus KT Roaster. Affiliates versus Kai'Sa. And a lot of people said it will be a hard game for Kai'Sa to put a lot of damage. So their master plan would have been Kai'Sa Nautilus hitting level 6 and 3-man dive with Corki, the package, but that was not the case that happened here. Affiliates had the lane priority, and also J4 as well had a huge lead in jungle, so KT wasn't really having a hard time to roll their snowball. So Hana Life, they have a very distinct goal to accomplish, but as they failed on it, well, it means that they're gonna be having a hard one. And Pittori thinks that the best AD carry currently is maybe like Jackie Love, so we don't have the comp that kind of gear up with Affiliates, or rather Kai'Sa. Last time it was Lissandra and Wukong, other champions that can enable her to go in with her ultimate, but Hana Life didn't really have much of a teamfight angle for Kai'Sa. So at the end of the draft, well, KT compensated the poke damage from Hana Life Esports Corki with Jace. So at the end of the game, we could see that Kai'Sa did such a low damage. And here we have a highlight from Tusin doing such a great work on this champion, kind of shows his proficiency and understanding of Taric itself. So Hana Life players, they were being a little bit greedy, sieging that top lane with even Jace TP on. So first he used his E, and then Tusin starts hitting the cannon minion because he wanted to utilize or activate that passive cooldown reduction. So with his skill, he had faster auto attack speed, and he also could reduce his E cooldown with his autos. So he landed another stun on Hana Life players, so they were able to punish Dudu and Cat, pushing really hard with that Herald. That was the timing where KT Roaster had the priority to rotate to the top side with their bot and support, but Hana Life players, they weren't actually aware of this. But to be honest, this game was not looking really pretty for both sides, and this was the point where the game was decided. Well, Hana Life had the comp where Corki had a lot of burdens on his shoulder. So this teamfight actually started off with J4's mistake. He just straight walked into the enemy group, but even playing 4v5, KT was the one that winning this fight. Corki flashed forward into Taric ultimate and stun. Affiliates was the one-man carry role on the side of KT Roaster, so maybe Corki was going in before the Taric ult activates and just pop him. But his master plan failed, so it was easy for KT Roaster to wipe out all the remaining Hana Life players. Let's find out who the POG for game number 1 would be. Tusin, who was the true guardian of that carry role Affiliates. The way he activated and landed his skill was so brilliant. Taric was already a top-tier champion in the summer split, but it actually depends on how the pilots use this champion, and Tusin was definitely the one that we can call a master of Taric. Especially, it's really hard to kind of find the perfect timing for Taric's ult. In addition, because Lehans was playing Nautilus, well, the Nautilus ultimate can also be the blocking of Turk's ultimate, but that was not what Tusin had this time around. To be honest, J4 Galio combo was not on point, but Tariq was the one that kind of kept earning time and giving KT Roaster the space to win the game. Tusin sharing the votes with Amy got game leading point for game number 1, and let's move on to game number 2.